Welcome to my virtual presentation, and this is Macharia from Kenya. I'll be making a presentation entitled Competence-Based Curriculum in Kenya, Assessment and Evaluation, the big elephant in the house. As a snapshot, since its independence in 1963, Kenya government set several commissions to look into the education system. First overhaul of the curriculum was in 1984, leading to adoption of the current 844 curriculum. The change in the 1984 was compelled by the need for a curriculum that would provide vocational skills and technical education in order to produce a self-reliant learner for global competitive advantage. However, the system has been in place for over the last 30 years, but has been largely criticized for not serving what it was intended for. Some of the critics have argued that it is teacher-centered, resulting to rote learning, and therefore the need to shift from teacher-centered to a learner-centered pedagogy. Having considered the outcomes of these commissions, Kenya committed to undertake curriculum reforms to a curriculum that is learner-centered and relevant to societal and global needs. Kenya is therefore currently at its initial stages of implementing the competency-based curriculum, popularly known as CBC, that will gradually replace the 844 system of education. In 2018, the government engaged external evaluators to the new curriculum implementation, and it is the synthesis of the findings of this external evaluation that I'll be sharing with you shortly. The focus will be on the key concerns arising from the implementation of the new curriculum as stipulated in the report. The paper is structured as follows. 1. Purpose of the NEECBC 2018, that is the National External Evaluation of the Competency-Based Curriculum. Number 2, conceptual framework for the competency-based curriculum. Number 3, methodology that entails sample size, target group, and research tools. Number 4, background information. Number 5, teachers' beliefs about the competency-based curriculum in Kenya. Number 6, the successes experienced during this initial implementation. Number 7, challenges in the implementation with specific emphasis to assessment and evaluation of the CBC. And then a conclusion. Start by the purpose of the NEECBC 2018. Its main purpose was to investigate 1. Beliefs about the model. 2. Level of implementation of the model. 3. Difficulties in implementing the model. 4. Resource levels. Number 5. Professional development. Number 6. The structure of the new curriculum. And the main purpose actually of the evaluation was therefore to investigate what has been perceived as an implementation crisis and propose possible measures to deal with it. I have this conceptual framework for the competency-based curriculum. It's made of these key areas, that is the curriculum, the educational standards, and the assessment, the key components. But these key components are fed by instructional materials, teacher capacity, and professional development. That is what strengthens these 3 pillars of the competency-based curriculum. The methodology, in terms of sample size, 46 counties out of the 47 counties in Kenya were considered. In these 46 counties, 376 schools were considered for the study, 20 per county. 376 head teachers, including deputy head teachers, participated in the study, and 1,364 teachers, where 4 per school was the number considered participated in the study. The target group was grade 1 and 2, and also pre-primary 1 and pre-primary 2. The research tools used were lesson observation, teacher questionnaire, and interviews for teachers and school leaders. The focus in this paper is therefore to open up a discussion on this curriculum reform that is now on pilot basis in Kenya. As a background information, I wish to state that the curriculum reform in Kenya has been informed by several factors, such as the Constitution of Kenya 2010 that requires that every child gets free and compulsory basic education. In addition, the Kenya Vision 2030 requires integrating early childhood to primary education, reforming secondary curricula, and modernizing teacher training. Furthermore, the global standards, such as the one set by UNESCO, require that curriculum review is undertaken after every 5 years. The new curriculum, therefore, has visualized the change in terms of what is to be taught and learned, the benefits of the curriculum to consumers, and a greater focus on effective assessment. The focus is less on content and more on competencies, where the expectation is more of learning than teaching. It has less focus on summative assessment, and it is more focused on a balance between summative and formative assessment. Emphasis in this new curriculum is on values such as love, responsibility, respect, unity, peace, patriotism, social justice, and integrity, and also core competencies such as communication and collaboration, critical thinking and problem-solving skills, imagination and creativity, citizenship, digital literacy, learning to learn, and self-efficacy. The guiding principles are opportunity, excellence, diversity and inclusion, parental empowerment and engagement, community service learning, and differentiated curriculum and learning. CBC is underpinned in the following theoretical approaches: the instructional design theory, the socio-cultural theory, the Gardner's multiple intelligences theory, Piaget's theory of cognitive development. However, these theories will not be explained in this paper, since it's just a position paper drawn from the original paper with a focus on certain specific issues. The expected outcome of the new curriculum is to produce an engaged, empowered, and ethical citizen. This can effectively be achieved if the curriculum in consideration is characterized by a well-thought-out vision that focuses on sustainability, world-class standards, excellent teaching, excellent school environment, and availability of required resources. And this is what I mentioned when I was giving the conceptual framework. These are where these aspects are considered. It's the basis of that conceptual framework. In addition, the mission for the curriculum reform must be one that focuses on nurturing every learner's potential. To ensure this happens, there should be deliberate effort to spend quality time on identifying learner potential, nurture the learner potential, and believe that all learners are capable. And that's why in this CBC, assessment of learners is key. The study therefore sought to demonstrate teachers' beliefs about the competency-based curriculum, the successes experienced during this initial implementation, and the challenges in implementation, with specific emphasis on assessment and evaluation of the CBC. As the findings, one is on teachers' beliefs about the competency-based curriculum and its implementation in Kenya. That was one of the statements that we sought information about. In the study, beliefs were taken to mean assumptions that are held true by teachers in primary schools regarding the CBC and the implementation. To gather information on teachers' beliefs about CBC, they responded to the following 5 aspects. 1, or A, a competence-based reform was necessary. B, CBC model has the potential to improve on the previous curricular approach. C, the CBC model presents a realistic approach which can be implemented in the curriculum. D, the CBC modeling is modeling the previous curricular approach. And E, the workload involved in implementing the competence-based model is in balance with the benefits obtained. Interviews and questionnaires to head teachers, and education stakeholders were given. Lesson observations were also done to triangulate this data. The report revealed that teachers believe in the new curriculum, with 78% of them agreeing and 78.8% expressing that the curricular reform has the potential to improve the previous curriculum. Indeed, they believe that CBC reforms will improve the previous curricular approach. That is, 77.5% of them agreed to this. With this big percentage of sampled teachers believing in the CBC reforms, the implementation would be easier with all other factors remaining constant. However, there is danger to the implementation if resources and teacher professional development are not adequately provided for. The study also sought to understand successes of the CBC implementation, and the statements were as follows: whether the teachers have been trained on CBC, how it feels to implement CBC, competencies of CBC they feel strong to implement, aspects of CBC they feel inadequate to implement, and support mechanisms they have in implementing the CBC, and support mechanisms they may also need to experience even more success. Analysis of the responses to these items showed that teachers found the training beneficial and they have confidence in the new curriculum. However, there were several challenges arising from the questionnaires and the interviews. One of the challenges, that is A, limited skills in assessing this new curriculum, e.g. preparation of rubrics and portfolios. Classes are too large to apply the individual assessment on a daily basis. They lack competencies to implement some of these competencies, such as love, responsibility, etc. There is also the issue of frustration. Teachers were used to the old curriculum, well structured on what to be taught, and materials required were availed. In the new curriculum, the teacher is required to develop materials to support the learning, and time is limited. Why they have to develop materials in this new curriculum is because it is intended to promote critical thinking. Parental demands. Parents do not understand the new curriculum, and when they find children on outdoor activities, they think that teachers are not teaching. Some parents do not even understand why children are not doing exams, while others question why teachers are giving children work to do with their parents at home. There is therefore need for parents to be sensitized on the requirements of the new curriculum so that they support teachers. In conclusion, feedback is most welcome, especially in the area of assessment. How do we help teachers in assessment, especially where we know that in Kenya, we have very large classes, very many children in class, and we are supposed to do that individual assessment. Countries that are already implementing competence-based curriculum are welcome to share their experiences. As you provide feedback, especially on assessment, remember that Kenyan classes, like I've mentioned earlier, are very highly populated. Please use the following references to get more details on this paper: KICD 2018, Kenya Institute of Curriculum Development, Competencies-Based Curriculum for Early Years Education, Phase 1 Pilot Reports, NECBC 2018 National External Evaluation of Competency-Based Curriculum Report and published, MOE 2012 Task Force on the Realignment of the Education Sector and the Constitution of Kenya 2010. Thank you for your attention.